Yeah, hi people, this is me, Mr. Sat Nav, taking you from where you are now to where you want to be. Today I'm going to talk to you about just five ways to create your own clothing line. Yeah, 5 ways to create your own clothing line. Okay, so number 1, creating your logo and your company strap line is the most important thing with your clothing line. You need to do this and protect your brand using one of the trademark services available out there, depending on what country you're working in. Trademark your brand logo, and this is to basically protect your brand and make sure somebody can't replicate it and bring it out and do the same thing that you're doing, else you would have obviously wasted a lot of time and a lot of money. You basically want to look at registering your company. That's number 2, registering your company. So decide whether you're going to be a sole trader, that means just trading on your own, or you're going to register a limited company or a corporation or whatever. Again, it depends if you're dealing with outside of the UK. Third point I'd make is marketing. The marketing of your brand. This is a bit of a long section. First things first, in this modern day time, you want to buy your domain name and your hosting. That's obviously for the internet. Build your website on one of the website companies that are offered out there, or get yourself your own website developer. You then want to look at obviously who's your market, who's your product intended for, who you want to wear it. Here I'll use an acronym called the 5 P's of marketing. They are price, place, or space with the internet. Space being obviously the online world, place being wherever, if you're going to put it in a shop or you're going to sell it in a market store or whatever. Then we go down to promotion, how you're going to promote. That'd be, you know, various kind of advertising, as I said, the internet being a great place now. People, and your product. So that's the 5 P's of marketing: price, place, stroke space, promotion, people, and product. We'll then go on to number 4, manufacturing your garment. Now you've got to source your product. Decide whether you're going to customize an existing product with your own branding and your own style, or are you actually going to make garments from scratch? That's a very important decision to make. Maybe a lot of people in their beginning days, they tend to customize using their branding and then go on to sort of making their own bespoke designs and stuff like that. That's totally up to you, obviously, depending on how much you have to spend and how you want to go on, what your interest in your product is, and so on and so forth. So we might talk about sourcing your manufacturer here. When you're thinking about that, you have to think about the costs that are attached. If you're going to go outside of your host country, you have to think about extra shipping, import duties. You've got to think about value-added tax. That's for the UK again, and other countries normally have that, that kind of system. You then have to organise getting your samples and making sure your garment's right for you, exactly what you wanted. That can be quite tedious because it might be 2-3 times before you actually get exactly what you want. And then, as I said, with all the stuff that we talked about before, you then want to go and finalise your pricing. Yeah, you remember with all those costs added and your manufacturing costs, that's the final price. You then got to think about, right, okay, this is my cost price, what will be my wholesale price, and what will be my retail price, and that's very important. So understanding your cost price and what the retail price is will determine what your wholesale price is, and obviously determine the sort of profit margin and stuff like that you'll make. So basically that's the 5 key areas to setting up your own clothing line. Obviously it's not as straightforward as that, but that's if you've got these basic things organized, you'll be on your way to having a successful clothing line. What I'll suggest is, if you sign up with me, I think the URL might be along here at the moment, then we can offer you free newsletters and also a full report on how to start your own clothing company, filling in some of the gaps that you might have had here today. But the main basic thing is what you need to think about in any business you're going to do, anything you're going to do, the main thing is just do it. Just get involved. Just start doing all the bits and pieces, getting everything in place. Every single day, if you put a little bit of action in, you'll always get what you set out to get. But if you go around just talking about, telling all your friends, but you don't actually make the action, that's where the problem will come in. So that's me, Mr. Sat Nav. Thank you very much for listening. And obviously, I'm going to end with Mr. Sat Nav taking you from where you are now to where you want to be. Thank you.